Welcome back to the channel. I'm Garrick and this is the Woodshed. Today is a very important day. Today's another 4Runner install. So I ordered this part a long time ago. It's been like 2 months. I've actually been waiting for another part way longer than that, but 2 months ago I ordered this bumper, right? If you're familiar with the front end of a 4Runner, the grill comes down and there's like this, I think they call it like a valance cover or something. Basically, you cut around that and then the bumper fits right in there. It carries a winch and some hooks and stuff like that. It's a little bit of extra armor and a place to securely mount a winch that's not like exposed. So it's a style that a lot of people are doing if they want to kind of keep that 4Runner look. I'm a huge fan of the front end of the 4Runner. I've seen a lot of bumpers that you have to cut the entire bottom half of the bumper off. I think they look cool, but I also really like the design of the front end, so cutting that off is kind of just, I think it'd be kind of painful for me. This bumper kind of keeps that OEM look. The one I chose was from a company called Road Armor. It's a little bit bigger company. They have some years of experience. They make bumpers for like every brand, so it's not like a Toyota specific thing or anything. Also in the front of that bumper, it's got a cutout for a light bar. I chose to go with the Diode Dynamics 30-inch light bar. In the picture it shows the clear lenses, but I actually opted for the amber. I also got 2 of these red hooks with black plastic on them because I think my secondary color I'm going to go with on the 4Runner is going to be red. As far as a winch, I haven't really decided what I want to do yet. I think I'm just going to install it, and then later on when I can actually afford a winch, I can decide which one I want. I've got a couple in mind, but I'm definitely not going to spend the $1,200 it is to get the Warren winches. Give me a break. $1,200 for a winch is just insane to me, especially when there's so many other brands on the market. There's a lot of other companies out there that have a proven record with really good winches for less than half the cost. And I'm not just talking about Harbor Freight. So I'm gonna stop rambling and get to the install.
Kamikaze, blinded by the show lights, paparazzi, they know I'm a gold mine. Everybody know me where I go, why suicidal, hanging with the low. I'm a legend, I'm a fixer, painting portraits, get the picture, like the paper, not the swisher. I'm your elder, call me mister. Y'all should probably do the math. I done been to hell and back. Remo had me in the abs. White boys hitting dabs. Went from bummy to your girl probably bummed me. Thoughts of things, turn a 5 to dime. Nothing to something. It's a classic tale like The Alchemist. Mama would be proud of this. Wonder where I'd be without this shit. Probably dining out and shit. Be easy just like the alphabet. Might wanna reroute your shit. You ain't about this shit. No, you don't want these problems like calculus. How to master the bad ones, I done passed them up. She just fell in love with me and I don't even have to. Kamikaze, blinded by the show lights, paparazzi, they know I'm a gold mine. Everybody know me where I go, why suicidal, hanging with the low light. Kamikaze, blinded by the show lights, paparazzi, they know I'm a gold mine. Everybody know me where I go, why suicidal, hanging with the low light.
Hello. So a few days and a haircut later, I'm back to tell you what I think. The install was pretty easy. It did take me a couple hours. I was able to put it on by myself. In some of the videos I watched, I saw some people use a jack to lift it up and put the bumper on. All I did was lift it with one hand and start the bolt with the other hand. It worked out fine with me. It wasn't super hard, and I wouldn't say I'm a super strong person, so I can at least say it's possible. It also says on the roof rack that I put on that I should never do it with one person. But I didn't really have anybody else here at the time, and I just used a bunch of towels to make sure I didn't scratch anything. It worked fine. I think the bumper is like 75 pounds, so if you can lift like a 3rd grader, I think you'll be okay. The first thing I'm gonna say about it, and my wife loves making fun of me for this, she says, why are you buying all these decorations for the 4Runner? And I say, well, it's for utility. I mean, it looks cool too, but it's for utility. But we all know it just looks a lot better. I think we're both right. I know she'll watch this and say, I told you so, but she's only half right. That is a really big part of it. Like, you're not gonna put an ugly bumper. I guess some people would. I have seen it before. I've seen people put really ugly bumpers on before, in my opinion. One of the things I will say is that I used to think that they all looked the same, they all fit the same. It didn't really matter what brand you got of that style of bumper because all of them were a copy of each other. it turns out that's not true, and somehow I just got really lucky and picked this one. On some of the other ones I've seen, I didn't like the gaps that it left on some, like the side and the top. On this one, it hugs the side where it meets the bumper so much better, so that there's no white showing through in that crack, and it wraps around the sides really well, and the top, the gap is really... I left a little bit more plastic on there than the instructions told me to, and I actually didn't need to. I was actually scared because when I cut it, it was kind of a jagged line. You can't see any of the cuts. Like, it looks so good. I'm really impressed with how it turned out, honestly. Like the look of it and the way it fits on, like they really did their homework and they really did their engineering on it. 10 out of 10. I don't have any complaints about it so far. From one inexperienced person just putting it out there, I think that this bumper is awesome. I'll drop a link down below for that. In my next video, I'm going to be going over the roof rack I installed on it. I already put it on there, but I took some videos of me putting it together, and I'm going to do a review of that as well. Thanks for watching my video. I hope I didn't bore you to death with my rambling. Subscribe and stick around if you want to catch more of this stuff. I have plans to do some more explosion, gun, maybe bow and arrow type videos soon, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, it means a lot. Catch you next time.